What's up everybody, my name is Darth Jeswick and welcome back to my channel. Today is an exciting episode of this speed build challenge because my husband actually built the shell for this. You can see he's kind of struggling a little bit with the tools, but that's okay. He is not a Sims person. He usually plays 7 Days to Die or Ark, so he's not really a Sims guy, if you will. So he's just getting these little pieces laid out for me, and it's more like a puzzle shell challenge. I'll put this on the gallery if you would like to. If you'd like to try that for yourself, it will be on my gallery. The challenge that I found with this build here is that everything is kind of skinny, so placing the rooms in a lot that made sense to kind of like for a floor plan, that was the challenge for me. I ended up going with this right here, with all three rooms just kind of like laid out in a line, because that was the easiest way for me. You could probably add one of the rooms to like the second floor, or have the two skinny rooms on the top and have the curved room on the bottom floor. You can do whatever you want for it as long as you're not changing the size of the pieces. And that's kind of like a general shell challenge rule. You have the outside walls and then you can do whatever you want to the inside. You can make it any type of lot. You can use as many packs or as little packs as you'd like. But that will be on my gallery if you would like to try it for yourself. And my gallery name is just Darth_Jeswick, just like my YouTube here. And now we're doing the kitchen. I'm grabbing some Growing Together, Snowy Escape kitchen appliances. They're nice and like cheap. I think the fridge is like 800 simoleons and the stove is around 800 simoleons, maybe 900. And we do have a sim here eventually, so I wanted it to be affordable, within reason. Like maybe your sim got a better job, they're getting more money coming in so they can afford a house like this. I think I used about 10,000 simoleons more. I think this build ended up being around 50,000, I think around 50,000 simoleons, so maybe double what your sims would be making when they first start out with the game. Now I wanted to have like a bunk bed in here because this room is so thin, so that I could also put a desk underneath of it. And I also wanted to have this cats and dogs, my first pet stuff. I don't even know what you would call that, like corner chair, half octagon chair, I don't know, or half hexagon chair, I don't know. I just think it's really cool and it fits in perfectly in the walls there. And now I got the desk under there. I'm really just trying to get as much stuff placed down as possible within the budget, because I only had starter funds to begin with, and then I had to go out into Manage Worlds because you can't mother load or give money cheats to them when your sim is not actually on the lot. And I was using this just in the build mode because it's winter in my game, so it was hard to see all the landscaping and things, so I wanted to just do it from the build mode. But when we start playtesting it, you'll see that it's winter. And I wanted to have this like blue and black theme. I found that rug and I was just kind of really inspired by it for the bathroom from high school years. I got a tiny living toilet and a Dream Home Decorator sink, as well as the base game shower, because we could probably have fit a tub in here. I'm not really sure what side the Sims get in on the tub sometimes, so I didn't really know how to arrange the layout for that. I also wanted to have this Dream Home Decorator sliding door. We also have a dog or a cat, I'm not really sure. I'm pretty sure it's a cat with this sim, so I wanted to get some cat things in here, and I could not figure out where I wanted to put this litter box where it wasn't like weird. Like, I feel like having a litter box in the Sims bedroom is a little odd, but there really wasn't that much space for it anywhere else. Especially once I get like the front door in. And then I got this rug from High School Years, and that swatch is really what I was going for, like lots of plants. We get plants in here in a few minutes once I start actually decorating. I tend to just place all of my objects down and then decorate around the objects. I feel like that's the easiest way to do it, especially if you're working with somewhat of a budget. And then I wanted to have these windows kind of be right at the bottom or right at the top of the chair there, so I was alt placing them, holding the alt key while I placed the window. And then I wanted to have like cabinets above the refrigerator, but I didn't really like these, so I ended up changing them to, I think, just some base game shelves. And then I was trying to figure out if I wanted to have like one of these hood vents above it, and I ended up with the base game one in black. We don't really have a lot of those, and we don't really have them in different styles that aren't like neutral. Like we either have like really modern ones like this one, or like a country kitchen style ottoman, or like a restaurant kitchen one. I wish we had one that was just like, that just looked like a little fan or something like that. I don't know. I just wish we had more of a selection of those. And then I got this Jungle Adventure wood flooring in the bath or in the bedroom and the living room because I think it really ties the whole room together. It's got those blues in the flooring and then the stain, and it just looks really good. I wanted to have this big cat tower there in the corner for the cat, so I just did some rearranging of the rooms so that I could fit it. I switched the door around and then moved the feeder over by the stand itself. Not a stand, cat tower. I wanted it over by the cat tower. And then I wanted to cover up these windows with some curtains. So I grabbed these ones from Desert Luxe. They're literally the best ones in the game. I've said that in a bunch of videos. I put them in pretty much every build, especially when I'm not restricting packs. And roofing this house was a nightmare. I just grabbed this. I just grabbed this gabled roof and lowered it down a bunch. And then I avoided it for a while. I just wanted to get something down. And I really wanted to have the front porch and a back porch, so I had to size down that roof there, or the porch on the front there, so that I could have that back porch there. And then they're really small, but I wanted to stick within the 64 tile limit so that your Sims could get all those nice perks from tiny homes. You know, double skill gain, double relationship gain, especially now that we don't have the photo glitch thing happening where your Sims could just like take a couple photos and be best friends with somebody, which is really sad, and I'm still very hurt by that. So thanks for that, EA. I mean, we still have Social Bunny to get relationship gain really fast. Usually every interaction is like a positive interaction on Social Bunny, if you didn't know. Also, talking about a Sim's interests, like if they're both interested in like video games, like if you discuss their interests, they really like that, and they usually get like double relationship gains from that kind of conversation. I've just been kind of like figuring out other ways because I am going to be starting the 100 Baby Challenge soon, and I really need to be able to quickly get relationships up so that I can have as many babies as possible with one mom. And I'm so nervous because infants like literally break my game. I'm gonna have to have like other Sims there to help out, like maybe a nanny or a butler even, so that I can have my Sims like help taking care of them. Now I'm trying to go in with the landscaping and figure out what I wanted to do with the outside of the build because I'd pretty much been avoiding it because I really didn't know what to do. I grabbed some brick stone pavers and put those for the sidewalk just because it matches the stairs and the rock that I put on the porch. And then I have a High School Years brick on the front, as well as the new Book Nook kit paneling on the outside of the house because I think it looked really nice. And then I grabbed some lavender plants, as well as some low-lying palms and the little pale flowers. And then I grabbed these purple daisies also, and these base game flowers, and just kind of put them all over the place. I really went in hard with the landscaping on this one. My last speed build was an apartment, so I didn't have any landscaping at all, and this is why, because I built this house right after, because I wanted to really do a lot of landscaping, and I ended up like putting a little pond in the back and then just putting so many flowers all over the place. I was just going in with some outdoor lighting. Sometimes I forget the outdoor lighting, so I wanted to make sure that I got it in there. And I also wanted to have this little campfire ring out here in the back so that your Sims could look on this wonderful lake that I'm going to build. It's not a really big lake because I didn't really want to do too much landscaping, but I knew I was going to have to put a lot of flowers and things to cover like where the pond like dips down. And sometimes like the water just looks kind of funny when it's all the way up to the top, so I wanted to have it that one notch down from the top because it looks just a little bit better, almost like it was, you know, a hot summer day or something like that, and it was evaporating a little bit. Got a bunch of trees in the backyard just to have a little bit of shade on your campfire, and then just a couple in the front. I think I only put one in the front, aside from those shrubs. And then I got a couple rocks and kind of put them around. It makes it look a little bit more realistic when you're landscaping with rocks. I was really, really nervous about landscaping the whole backyard there, the whole pond. It's not, like I said, it's not a big pond. It's just a lot of landscaping. I put a lot of these little low-lying flowers everywhere, all around the little campfire pit and the barbecue area, and then almost all the way around the pond too, just to make it blend into the surroundings. Yeah, we put a lot of plants around the pond here. There's not a ton of pond plants. We have these kind of like reeds over here, as well as these like cattails. But that's really kind of all. We kind of have to improvise. I use a lot of the low-lying pale flowers and a couple of these shrubs and bushes here. This big one from Cats and Dogs, I can't remember what it's actually called. I want to say hydrangeas, but that's not what it is because hydrangeas have flowers on them. It's almost like an aloe bush. But I'm just like putting a ton of flowers around here, putting all around the base of the trees and around all the corners of the pond, as well as anything that kind of like touches the other flowers there, just kind of to fill in the space and make it look grown over almost. I was having like a weird glitch with my terrain paint. I had to like go back and do it twice, so I cut out a bunch of what I was doing. And it was also just like jumping around when I was painting, which is really weird. I think it's because of the terrain being lowered in that part, so it was just like not having it. So you can see I had to like go back and like erase it because it like jumped up and like painted over there instead of like painting where I wanted it to go. So that was fun. It took me a while to actually get it all right, and then I had to go in and clean it all up so that I had some really nice terrain paint. It was under like the landscaping where I wanted it to be. And then I added some terrain paint right under that tree. I think I ended up going in and putting some more plants underneath of it. At least I hope so, because I put a lot of terrain paint underneath of it. And then I just kind of put the terrain paint under the front of the house here and under the flower pots, as well as the sidewalk. And then I added a trash can and to the back because I didn't want Sims just like randomly kicking it over if they walk by your house, because they will do that sometimes. And then I went in and added a bunch of like last minute decorations here in the house. The Dream Home Decorator style board. I figured that's maybe what the Sim could do as a career. So I didn't really know what I wanted to put on this wall here. It's just kind of big and empty, but I guess I just left it pretty empty. If you want to add pictures of your own Sims on the walls, you could very easily do that without having to move anything. And with the last few hundred simoleons I had, I just went in and added a bunch of plants and some posters because I did want to kind of use up as much wall space as I wanted to, just to make it, I don't know. I like having empty wall space, but I also don't like it because these rooms are just so long that it looked weird without it. So I put this llama tapestry in here. Oh no, I didn't. Maybe I took it out. No, I put a dresser in here. That's what I did. Um, I I had the high school years rack here from the thrift store, and I put these Dream Home Decorator clothes on it. So you can still add stuff to the back of that if you want to. And we'll jump right into the speed build portion here in just a few seconds. Here we are. It is winter, like I said before. So we're just kind of going to do a little tour of the outside. We've pretty much seen a bunch of it while we were doing the build, so I hope that doesn't hurt your guys' feelings that it is winter. I can always just restart my build save to make it summer again, but I do a lot of play testing in these builds just to make sure that they work. So it does sometimes become winter. I think there's only like 3 or 4 days left though, so we can always, well, we're almost there. I can always just play through a couple days and have it be summer or spring again. But I hope you guys like this build. It is on my gallery at Darth_Jeswick, just like it is here on YouTube. And I hope you all liked this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps out. And I will catch you all in the next video. I hope you all have a wonderful day or evening wherever you are in the world. Thank you all for watching. Bye, everybody.